Okay, I'm going to go over something that I've just realized here, and that's thinking about what's going on with L192, who's been quite a good participant in the experiments and research here, shared that he actually did some tests with just powering just like two coils, okay, on each side of the stator, and got like 80 volts transfer into his center core secondary coils, so the output coil. And you know, I'm wondering, that's amazing, that's a huge amount. But he's saying that by adding more coils on at the same time, he wasn't getting as good a result. Plus, he was using double or triple or whatever the amount of coils on he has, as far as just more power consumption, but not more coming out. And I believe the reason why is basically when you turn on a coil, there's a huge change at that point, okay, which induces flux change into the center core, okay, and now you have a voltage spike. And as soon as you shut it off, again, there's another big change and it goes down. But if you add two coils, okay, you really haven't changed much of that. Now, if you think about my model here, maybe a lot of you might not really realize, but if I understand it correctly, all my 30 coils are on, okay? When I turn my Arduino on, which I will here, you're going to see basically 6 LEDs on, okay? Basically, there's really 3 H bridges always on, okay, divided into 3 parts, okay? But you'll see 2 LEDs, one next to each other, on because it's been quite clear from the beginning that Pierre is overlapping his coil. So before, let's say, this H bridge shuts off, this one will come on about 50%, okay, of the time before this one shuts off. So there's about like a 50% overlap, just to make sure that you maintain the magnetic field and it doesn't shut off, okay? However, okay, what many of us fail to think about or realize is what's going on really, the way it's all been set up, is this idea of having 5 coils in series, okay, and then you have another 5 coils in series. So basically at each H bridge you have 5 coils in series going this way and then 5 coils in series going that way. So the current is going this way to this point here, 5 here, okay, and then this other H bridge that's on here, okay, it's powering 5 coils that way, okay, and then this one's going 5 coils that way, and then this one that's on, okay. So if you see it, if you see this one is on, it's powering that way, plus it's powering that way. And this one is doing this, and then this one is doing that. So at all times, basically the 30 coils are on, okay? The only thing that's changing is it's moving, okay, the magnetic field forward, okay, which creates a change of north-south, eventually north-south. Because between this, if this 5 poles here is a north, okay, and this current is going in the other direction, that means the other 5 poles there are going to be a south. That's why you don't need 6 LEDs on. It's happening, you're just not seeing it. That's why you'll only see 3 plus the overlap on, okay? So that hopefully makes it clear for everybody so everybody understands. But what I'm getting to is if all the coils are on all the time and all what you're doing is rotating the magnetic field, you basically are creating a DC, okay, flux situation. Meaning the flux is on full force all the time. It doesn't go up or down, which is on and off. The flux is always on, okay? So when I first understood what Pierre was explaining to us, okay, I was always under the impression that he was turning on this coil, okay, one coil at a time, turning on the next coil prior to shutting this one off, okay, then you shut that one off and you move the magnetic field, which would, when it would go by the rotor, there would be a flux change on the increase and then a flux decrease, okay. But now, with this method of these 5 coils, which I never really agreed upon, but that's apparently what most people are thinking how it should work, is, and it's still, as far as I'm concerned, that's still unclear. I'm trying to, get to the bottom of that with Pierre, and it's really frustrating with this limited, personal message communication. So there's a communication deficiency, and I don't know if with the differences, in the languages, if it's causing the difficulty as well, because what he's seeing he's maybe not quite understanding. But I'm going to do a French version of this as well for him, so that he fully understands that all 30 coils are on basically all the time. All what's happening is basically it's going north, south, slowly, north, south, slowly. And I think that's what's actually not inducing a change in the center core. And that's the bottom line. So, sorry if this video takes a lot of time. I'll just, power it on here because I said I would do that. And so there you go. So between these two here, okay, you've got, they join because all the coils are in series. So as you see here, between these, and then between these, and between these. So here you have 5 north, here you have 5 south, here you have 5 north, 5 south, 5 north, 5 south. That's the way it is. So there you go. That's the end of this video. Thank you.